Hi. If you're seeing this, you most likely already know who I am, and I'm sure you've already heard lots of things. I usually prefer to be discreet, and I've spent the last year processing what happened the last few months, truly healing from it. Traditionally, I like keeping my personal problems with people very discreet. I don't like dragging things into the public, but there are certain things in life that you can't just ignore. I would have preferred we were able to resolve this in a way that united everything. It's becoming increasingly clear that that's not true. That's not ever going to be an option. Much to my chagrin. And against my best efforts. However, it also occurred to me recently that the people who have been far less discreet than myself about the matter can't be blamed. It's not something one can easily keep discreet. But they have also been very selective with which parts of the truth they're willing to engage with. Even privately when nobody is looking. And so I am recording this so that these details that all parties involved and in the immediate vicinity of them, our immediate family, was also aware of for over a year. These are just the things I can prove because I don't want to go into he said, she said. I don't want to go into personal opinions. And I don't want to slander or attack someone. I wish to speak only what can be objectively proven. And more than that, I do not want any of you to act in a way to remedy what happened or punish these people. I'm going to show you an excerpt of a letter I sent to the court over a year ago. And it summarizes effectively how I feel about the matter. Honorable Judge Mikhail Bradley, I'm sending this email regarding case number and case number of my divorce, as I have every reason to believe that my spouse, ex-spouse due to the finalization of your order, has committed knowing perjury or fraud upon your court. I have enclosed attachments to this email that provide the evidence for my suspicions. But I want to also plead for mercy and leniency in her behavior on this matter. I do not wish to have this be mistaken for a request to vacate or punish Joanne. The short version as to why is that the last 3 years of our life have been filled with the sort of horrible scenarios no parent ever wants to find themselves in, as we were surrounded and beset upon by countless people who knowingly misrepresented us and the care we have for our child. I felt that way then, and I feel that way now. See, why was she doing that? Well, that's a spoiler for later. No, that's another spoiler for later. I need to cite these better. Yep. The reason she went about it the way she did was protection from the DCF, and Violet, mostly. And she claims she's sacrificing for the greater good. Interesting. I say that's interesting because the last physical interaction we had was her physically assaulting me. This was taken right after it happened. I was sitting in the hotel room, refusing to engage with her as she yelled and screamed at me, listening to something on my phone to block out the sound and to stonewall, and she proceeded to pick up my phone and throw it at me with enough force to leave a bruise. There were other things, but I can't prove that because they didn't leave a mark. But I can at least prove that she threw my phone at my arm hard enough to leave a mark, and it turned into a terrible bruise the next day. This was taken same day, in the car ride to the airport that her mother gave me. It would also make sense that she's afraid, the DCF, when she has repeatedly damaged property to enter rooms that I have locked myself in to get safety from her. This one over here, her mom was right there at the door while she kicked it in, demanding her phone charger, while I was crying and begging her to go away. These are objective facts. These are things that happened. She knew that I was not, in fact, at the address she put in that court order. She filed pro se. She had her address hidden for what she claimed was safety concerns from the person that, when she last spoke to them in person, she physically assaulted. The address she used was the last one we had shared together. And if you compare the dates on the filing to any of that, you would know she had been in regular contact with me during this period. She said she was not required to give me anything, and everything was public records or sent to me at the address she knew I wasn't at. And as soon as I found it, she proved how easily she could have sent me this information, saying she wasn't trying to hide it from me, even though this was 3 weeks after she had informed me. Exactly. There is no order. She told me what I'm required to do, and the requirements she's allowed to make per the court order, therefore the order, if I want to see my daughter. And here she is saying that she doesn't have to provide me any information at all, period. Wondering why I needed to see the court order for my divorce. Saying she couldn't reach me at all before, despite the fact that she knew exactly where I was staying and was in regular text conversations with me. Saying she's being nice to me by letting me see my daughter. This has been my life since the divorce. Someone who keeps pretending that they're being nice while they actively limit how much I can see my daughter, due to authority that was given to them by hiding a divorce via perjury and lying to a court. My father has made no qualms about claiming that I am dangerous. This is because he hardly ever speaks to me. Sorry, I'm drifting into things I did not bring the evidence for today, though I doubt he's made any secret of it. In fact, when it comes to my father, I'm pretty sure I can say all of the truth of the matter as to what's going on between him and myself without him actually disagreeing with what happened, merely my interpretation of it. After all, he did tell me that he and his wife are so afraid of me, the man who was beaten and retreated behind doors whenever his wife would get angry. and passively take abuse. He was so afraid of me because the last time we spoke I was so angry, which that's not entirely true, but I'll allow him that. Tell me, if right after your daughter is diagnosed with liver cancer, and in your efforts to get her better doctors, the DCF gets involved, and you spend 2 years not only fighting to make sure she gets the care she needs to survive her cancer, but that everyone gets to walk away with their parental rights, while stress is slowly destroying your entire family. Only for the moment it resolves, your parental rights to be taken away, your rights to see your child get taken away, and all of it being held over your head via power that was gained by illegal means. I'll leave it up for your opinion whether or not it was acceptable a year ago to be furious with every single person who wanted to blame me. I am not furious anymore. I hold no malice. I'm upset about what happened, but I am not mad at the people, nor do I seek vengeance. Things will remedy themselves in their own good time. All I can do is continue to try and build a peaceful life for my daughter, because that's all that ever mattered.